Let's hand over to you, Warren, then, shall we, for our Android Basics section? And you're going to tell us all about the Play Store.
So now that you have your Android device set up, the most important place to go to definitely naturally is going to be the Play Store. And so we're going to talk about the Play Store and how you go about managing things on the Play Store. I am therefore going to turn on my phone here.
Using each device unlocked.
So I'm assuming that I just finished setting up this phone, and the most important place for me to go would be the Play Store. Now, when you set up your phone, the Play Store naturally will be somewhere on your home screen there, on the first home screen. That's where it would go. I'm going to show you how you can install things from your Play Store and also how you can add a shortcut to the Play Store so you don't have to go to the Play Store and go to navigation drawer and go to my apps and games and try to find where the update and all of that is. Open Play Store.
Play Store. Play Store. Selected. For you. Heading.
So when you are on the Play Store, we have some tabs.
Selected. Games.
At the bottom,
Double tap to
there's
activate.
games. To the far left,
Apps.
there's apps,
Movies and TV. Double
movies
tap to
and
activate.
TV,
Books.
and
Double tap to
we got
activate.
books. Let's look at the top.
Select.
At the top,
Top charts. Heading.
you
Double
will
tap to
always
activate.
have these top charts that are being shown here, recommended apps that are trending on the Play Store, and that would be what are trending. On the
Double
top
tap to
left, we
activate.
have the Show Navigation drawer. This is where you can go in and find things like the settings and all your subscriptions and wish list and all of that. If you tap here,
Navigation menu. Navigation. Google Play. 1 of 18. Enlist. No Play Pass.
so
New.
you got
5 of 18. Play points. You have 125 subscriptions. 7 of 18. Family library wishlist. 9 of 18. Double tap account. 11 of 18. Payment methods. 12 of 18. Play Protect. 13 of 8 settings. 14 of 18. Double open movies and TV app. 16 of 18. Open books app. 17 of 18. Redeem. 19 of 18. Double open feedback. 20 of 18.
So those would be the things that you'll find here on the Play Store when you tap on the navigation drawer on the top left corner. So from the top left, we have
9:38 a.m. Show navigation.
navigation.
Drawer.
Then
Double tap. Show navigation drawer.
we
Search for apps and
have
games.
search, and
Double
then
tap to voice search.
and then the
button.
voice search,
Double tap to activate.
and then to the right of that will be your account. All right. So how do we search for apps? You could either type it or use a voice search. That's how you search for apps and games. Now, the one thing I want to talk about is one does not always have to go to find the Play Store and bring it up and all of that. I want to talk about the creation of shortcuts. So if I want to just jump straight to my apps and games, because right now I'm not in my apps and
Selected.
games. I have to tap on
Navigation. Google Play. 1 of 18. Enlist.
show
18 items.
navigations and then go to apps and games.
Play Pass. Play subscription. Family wishlist. Not account.
I'm not finding my apps. What's going on
Apps and
here?
games.
There we
3 of
go.
18.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Notifications.
So
2 new
I have to tap
Double
it
tap
there
to
to get my apps and games there in that navigation drawer. But what I want to show
Pixel
you
launcher.
is how to
Double tap
create
activate.
a
Double tap
shortcut.
hold to long press.
So you don't have to go to the Play Store and tap on navigation drawer and go find the My Apps and Games.
Play Store.
I'm going to
Double
long
tap to
press on
activate.
it.
Shortcuts. App info button.
So it
Double
brings
tap
up
to activate.
this app info. If I tap on that's going to take me to things like permissions and storage and all of that.
My apps.
And then
Double tap to
one of
activate.
the
Double tap and
shortcuts
hold to
here
long
is
press.
My
Actions
Apps,
of
and that's all it has. So if I tap here,
My apps and games. Play Store.
y-
Updates.
you see that will take me straight to my apps. But what I want to do instead of create or always tapping on the Play Store icon and then go to my apps
Pixel launcher.
is that
Double tap to
once I invoke that Play Store shortcuts, I'm going to long press on the My App and drag that to my home screen. So
Play Store.
let's do that.
Shortcuts. App info button.
So now
Double
I'm
tap
going
to
to find the My Apps.
My apps.
and I'm going to long
Double tap
press
to
on it.
Add to home screen 1 of 3.
So
Move to row 5, column 4.
there we go.
Item moved.
So what I have created is the My Apps shortcut.
My apps.
So if I tap here,
My apps and games. Play Store. Navigate up button.
so it
Double
takes
tap to
me
active.
to the list of my apps, and here we'll have the different tabs like updates. So by default, the first one that it takes us to, or that's highlighted, will be the updates, and it will show you your updates.
No problems found. Play Protect scanned yesterday. And updates pending. 23. Auto update is turned on.
So I got 23 updates waiting. Now, like I said, we have tabs at the top.
Selected. Updates. Out of list.
So to the top
Double tap
left,
to active.
top left is the updates, and to the right of that we have
Installed.
installed.
Double tap to activate.
Those are the apps that are already installed on your phone. Now to the right of that we have
Library.
library.
Double tap to activate.
When you go to the library, you're going to find apps that are either installed or apps that you have purchased in the past or apps that you've downloaded in the past, and they are now sitting in your library, but they're not installed. You can choose to install them or totally get rid of them from your library. Then to the right of that, we have
Share.
Share.
Double tap to activate.
And this is a new feature that Google just added like a week or a couple of weeks ago, and we talked about that on our mailing list. The whole idea of this is that you could tap on this and share it with anyone nearby you if they are in your contacts. So let's go in here and take a quick look at this because this is important. It is faster than installing apps from the Play Store. You just share something with someone nearby.
Beta.
Okay, the last one is the beta. I should have talked about that. So we got a total of
Selected. Updates. Out of list.
we got updates,
Double tap to
installed, library, share, and beta.
Library.
I want to go to the share tab.
Share. Share. Selected. Page 4 of 5. Share now. You can send and receive apps with anyone nearby using Google Play. No internet connection required.
So that's the beautiful thing that I like about this feature, because you don't have to be on the internet.
Send button.
And so we got
Double
two,
tap to
this
activate.
send or received.
Receive button.
So if you tap on
Send button.
send,
Send apps.
you have,
Showing items 1 to 12 of 171.
so when you tap on that, there are apps here that you can send,
Acapella TTS Voices, 9.8 MB.
So if
Double
I
tap
want to
to activate.
share a cappella with Edward or with Pete or with Pierre or with Austin, if they're nearby, I could share that with them.
Adobe Scan, 53 MB.
So if I tap on
Double
this,
checked.
so this, I check that. That's so
Amed, not checked.
you can check the ones that you want to send to people. So
Name.
you can
Double
check
tap to act.
as many as you want. So once you get all of those apps that you want to send to somebody, I want to see now, how do I now send it to someone that I want to send it to?
3 selected 91 MB. Double tap to activate.
Okay.
Send.
Then
Double
there's a
tap to
send now to the top right. After you've selected all that you want to tap on the send. And
Select the receiver. Ask the receiver to go to receive apps in Google Play, and their device will show up here. They'll also be able to send apps to your device.
so that's what happens. So after you've checked all of that, the procession is to tap on the send found on the top right corner. And then you're going to hear the instructions it just gave us. And so that's how you send your apps to someone without them needing to go to the Play Store. And guys,
Pixel Launcher.
any comments about the sharing feature? You think this is something that's going to take off? Would you like to share something like this with someone? I think for me, this is a good thing.
Do we know how those are being shared? Is it Bluetooth or is it something else?
I would like to believe it's via Bluetooth, because it says you don't even need internet access. So definitely it's going to be via Bluetooth of some sort. It has to in a sense.
Yeah, I would have thought so. So you're going to need Bluetooth on, aren't you? I would have thought, if you want to do this.
Yeah, so it's the same idea that you have with Google Files, because you can do the same thing with Google Files. You can share files, with someone using Google Files. So it's the same idea they got from the Google Files.
Good